Order.
Mr. Speaker,
Kanwal Singh.
Mr. Speaker, I congratulate you on your election as a Speaker of the House. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. This is the greeting Sikhs first exchange when they meet each other or when they part company. It is a reminder to always stay humble and never forget that God has supreme power. Namaste, Assalamu alaikum, Kyora, and Pacific greetings to all. Today, I congratulate our leader, the Prime Minister, Honorable John Key, on winning the trust of people of New Zealand to lead our country through these difficult times. It is by virtue of his leadership that I stand here today addressing this House of Representatives as a Member of Parliament. I shall always remain humbled by the trust shown by the leader, Honorable John Key, National Party President Judy Kirk, and all my National Party colleagues who have shown trust in me, and I will do my best to honor their trust. During the election campaign, I made new friends and supporters like elected chair Ray Strong, campaign chair Kit Parkinson, campaign manager Jill Spooner, and Gurvinder Singh, my financial agent. I would like to thank them and all the supporters of communities to their immense support and hard work. I also want to thank all my friends, well-wishers, and supporters who have come all the way from Auckland and Wellington to join me on this historical day. I would like to pay my special tribute to my father, late Bakshi Jagdev Singh, and my mother, late Basant Kaur Bakshi, who instilled in me the invaluable qualities of honesty, integrity, and extending helping hand to whomever, wherever, and whenever I can. I know they would be proud to see their son carry on the family tradition of politics and representing communities. I thank my family. Without their love and support and sacrifice, I would not have been here today. To my wife, Irvinder Kaur, my sons, Gavanjeet Singh Bakshi, Rijakjeet Singh Bakshi, who are here today, have been source of my strength. Thank you very much. My brothers, Karamjeet Singh and Paramjeet Singh, and my sister-in-laws who visited me from India to support me during the election and bless me. I am also grateful to my father and mother-in-law for their true guidance and moral support. I would also like to acknowledge Tangata Whanua and all the New Zealanders who have opened their hearts to migrants like me and made us part of this nation. This country has proud history, and a history with which my own people have played a part since 1890, when fellow Indian Sikh Fuman Singh Gill migrated here. He married a Pakia and worked as a confectioner. His descendants today live in Auckland, and I acknowledge Peter Gill amongst them. Indians have served and contributed to New Zealand society in many spheres like farming, businesses, medical and legal professions. Today, our community stands proud on having produced first Indian Sikh Member of Parliament. I would also especially like to acknowledge the New Zealand Police and the New Zealand Air Force for having integrated the Sikh turban and our 5 articles of faith, commonly termed as 5Ks, into their respective uniforms, which are kesh, uncut hair, kanga, comb, kirpan, a small sword, kada, steel bracelet, kachhera, cotton underwear. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for allowing my baptized brothers to come to Parliament wearing kirpan, which is required religiously. I entered politics many years ago because of a burning desire to make a difference in the fields of trade, law and order, and inter-ethnic relations. I identify with Mark Twain's statement, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you did not do than by the one you did not do. So, throw off the bowlines, sail away from safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Exploring, dreaming, and discovering are innate part of every Kiwi's worldview. That is what makes us a rich nation, rich in innovative talent, rich in exploring new scientific frontiers, and rich in extending individual freedom. Time and again, we have led the world in these areas. In my belief, under the dynamic leadership of our Prime Minister, Honorable John Key, and the brilliance of our Trade Minister, Honorable Tim Grosser, we can create conditions around the world that favors us, our innovators, our manufacturers, our producers. After the free trade agreement with China, the talks in progress for a free trade agreement with USA, I think it is time to turn our attention to India, one of the biggest democracy and fastest growing economy in the world. I would like to see free trade agreement between these two countries. It may not be out of place to say the prosperity which brings to a country, trade brings to a country, becomes meaningless if the person on the street does not feel safe. The deaths of hardworking Kiwis like Sergeant Derek Wooten, retailer Navtej Singh, cafe owner Joanne Wang, young student Krishna Naidu, and others remind us the work we need to do in the field of policing, in the social sector, in education, and in inter-ethnic relations, not only to safeguard our country's reputation as a tourist haven, but also to lead the world in the providing solutions to tackle crime. Tackling the cause of criminal behavior to prevent it from happening is cost-effective as well as human suffering. We must also never lose sight of the fact that even if we put a criminal behind bars, the victims and their loved ones are already sentenced for life. That sense of having been wronged of no fault their own can spread bitterness in all corners of our society. I humbly offer my intimate knowledge of South Auckland communities and their specific issues to help prevent crime before it is committed, because that is the only way we can prevent the sufferings of the victims. I would like to take this opportunity to stress the need of not losing sight of individuals' freedom while trying to tackle crime. As Thomas Jefferson pointed out 2 centuries ago, a society that will trade a little liberty for a little order will lose both and deserve neither. Mr. Speaker, now I come to the growing ethnic diversity of our New Zealand society, of which our first Cabinet Minister, Honorable Pansy Wong, my National Party colleague, Melissa Lee, and myself are example of growing ethnic diversity of New Zealand society. I also acknowledge Dr. Ashraf Chaudhry, Dr. Rajen Prasad, and Raymond Ho on the opposition benches as part of ethnic diverse parliament. I humbly pledge to work with our Minister of Ethnic Affairs, Honorable Pansy Wong, and others to keep the diverse ethnic mosaic of our society harmonious and respectful of each other's differences. I have come to this parliament carrying the responsibility of looking after the interests of the people of this great country and fully committed to do my best to serve this great country and the people. Mr. Speaker, I have come to the conclusion of my maiden speech. I will like to share with the House the ideal city from Sikh scriptures, which is a guiding light to me and my fellow Sikhs. Begumpura शहर को नाव, दुख अंधो नैते ठाओ, ना तस्वीर खराज ना माल, खौफ ना खता, ना तरस जवाल, अबू मो खबू वतन गह पाए, उना खैर सदा मेरी भाई, राहो, कायम दायम सदा पातशाही, दोम न सेम 100 आही, अब दान सदा महसूर, उन्हा गनी बसे महसूर, तिन तो सैल करे ज्यों पावे, महरम महल ना को अटकावे, कह रविदास खालस चमारा, जो हम सहरी सो मीत हमारा. The city without sorrow is the name of the city. There is no sufferings or anxiety there. There is no troubles or tax on the communities. There is no fear, blemish, or downfall. Now I have found this most excellent city. There is lasting peace and safety, O siblings of dynasty. God's kingdom is steady, stable, and eternal. There is no second or third status, all are equal there. The city is populous and eternally famous. Those who live there are wealthy and contented. They stroll about freely just as they please. They know mission of Lord's presence and no one blocks their way. Says Ravidas, emancipated shoemaker, whoever is the citizen is friend of mine. This is the vision I bring to this parliament, and I shall do my best to work alongside my esteemed colleagues to achieve it. Tena koto, katoa. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.